I'll click this button and say, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
What up? How's it going, dude?
It's good. Death Shigaraki 2. Wow, what a boring deck we already had on stream today. Wow, be original. What? What's going on with this? Wow.
You know me. I'm sort of in the content creator space. I have to be unoriginal.
True. All right, man. So hit me with the pitch. What's going on with this awesome price for piece Shigaraki 2 deck?
Yeah, so the core concept is I want to be able to steal enough momentum in order to basically clear my progressive at pretty much every opportunity that I can. And with Shigaraki being able to remove cards from my card pool, I can play price for piece if I need to extend my kill turn, and then just get it out of there at the cost of a momentum. So the idea is just play as many attacks as I can in a single turn.
Sure.
I've capped it like 7 with still 6 cards in hand. It was crazy.
I love that. I think that's very, very cool. Let me, so what do you need my help with?
So I kind of want to look at this and try to streamline it a little bit. The issue that I found myself running into is that it's after a certain point, you pretty much just have to check good or everything falls apart. So I'm trying to figure out a way to work out the ratios to be a little bit more consistent on the checks, and also be able to fuel everything I need with Shigaraki in order to facilitate those huge kill turns.
Yeah. My thing is falling. Knock it off. Sorry, my microphone stand is actually just like is just dying.
No, you're good. I understand the equipment attacks you sometimes.
Yeah. I don't like what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, let me I'm halfway through Crimson Rampage. Just looking. Because if the goal is to just swing a million cards, then boy howdy, I think we got the answers.
So, because I love swinging a million cards.
Huh. Yes. This one's cool. What else is cool?
I feel bad for my friend who was hanging out with me at the time that I was brewing this because I just sounded like a full-on mad scientist. I was giggling.
I love that. Keen Observation sucks. I hate that card.
Yeah.
Flip for +1 damage one time is not good. It's not good.
No, it's really not. There's also some concessions I had to make because I was loaning out cards today. So there's some cards we can bump up some numbers on.
Sure. Okay,
We got some rookie
some
numbers.
Stuff to talk about.
All right.
First and foremost, I think this card is very good in this deck. I just played against a Ragdoll that played this card into this card 4 times in a turn. And just did everything that you're trying to do without committing the resource.
Okay.
They, at one point, they did check the 1 on their first card. Just gave up the ghost, blocked really well, and was like, "Okay, I'm down to do it again on the next turn." They all but beat. They won Kirishima against Kirishima for that game. My Kirishima deck was fucked up. This Kirishima deck's very good. And so even if you're deciding not to play the Heroic Clash, I think this card is probably genuinely better than this card at doing its job.
Yeah.
This card, although it doesn't kill people and it does not have the word Fury on it, it's a 5 mid for 3, so wanting to block this sucks. It gets you a momentum to start the turn. It then hits and you trigger Shigaraki. You now have 2 momentum to just pop off, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just better than what this card has going on for it.
Yeah.
And then it's the same job as like wanting to play this thing. You just can't go pick it up with this. It doesn't trigger off of this. It doesn't come off of this. It doesn't come off of this. So like it's very much in a sea of its own, but it does everything that Shigaraki wants to do.
Yeah, and I think that that's fine. It doesn't need to be like hard Fury locked. It's just convenient for the nitros, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't feel the need to be hard Fury locked.
If you're a man and you want to play the Hero Clashes, I highly suggest it. It was very cool. With that said, Ragdoll is allowed to give this thing +4 speed one time per turn, and that was very good. They played the Brute Strength, and we're like, oh, I'll just, show you these two moves. Brute Strength, it's now an 8 mid for 8. And I was just like, oh, okay. Acid Fling is the 4-diff version of Blue Flame Palm Strike. So you hit with Acid Fling, you flip it, you get your momentum, you respond to Shigaraki, commit, get your momentum. But it's way more dependent on your opponent. And so, like, the chances of this hitting it are lower. It is slower. It doesn't have powerful to make it like a dunk. It's always going to do 3 damage, whereas this thing can, like, this thing could be the last move that you play on a chain. You've got your 3 momentum that you've stolen with Shigaraki and a howitzer, and you're just like, oh, it's a 5 mid for 12 catch, and that could just like win the game. So I don't think this is it, but they're the same card.
Yeah.
League interview juices your first check, which is great.
Yeah.
We're already playing.
And
4...
I do tend.
Go ahead.
I do tend to start with nitros as my primary poke. So being able to like pretty much never have to commit for that seems like a good idea.
Yeah. Nightwatch. We're already playing these 4, and I'm gonna try and convince you to play 4 Go for the Win.
I don't think you have to convince me very hard on Go for the Win. That was definitely a thing that I looked at and went, this is a really good extender for the deck.
I need to make this my main deck. I don't know why I'm not signed in. Why am I not signed in? This is probably why. Is this gonna work? Oh. And then set current deck. Okay. Signature Right Swing. If you need an attack, I mean, I think this attack's also better than just Sudden Death Assault. It just like tries to help you find your instant explosive releases, to find your impact cyclones, right? Just to find the pieces, and it also sucks to block, right? So just a 3 for 4. That doesn't feel very good. Encouragement, pretending that you're Bakugo means we get to play more cards. It also triggers instant explosive, Nitro Explosion without using the momentum, and once it's face down, we then get to commit it to do stuff. Crow and Frog is an unassuming poke, beautiful on the turns that you're not actually trying to go in. And then Pillar Swing always gets you a momentum. Sometimes it gets you 2 if it's not blocked. The only issue is it's the 6 diff.
Yeah. With run it. If we get League interview in, I don't think that that's a big deal.
Yeah. I don't know if it has a place in the deck just because of how I think we're allowed to get away with 1 of these cards. I don't think we're allowed to get away with 2.
Yeah, I agree. I
still need on the table.
I still need a decent amount of Furies, because I need Nitro to really extend and just get me all the gas.
Last card is just first day of class. It says that if they block your first move, right? Let's pretend that they block the Nitro Ignition. You first day of class, and you then just howitzer impact, and you play it as a 4 diff.
Yeah. I think having a couple of those is going to be good.
Yeah.
For sure.
So my question for you is, from all of these cards, what sounds something that you're interested in?
I think the Blue Flame Palm Strike is the one that I see the most value in, because it has value to start a string, it has value to end a string, and it's just fine in the middle to extend. So it ticks all the boxes. So yeah, I agree with Sudden Death Assault being the weak link of this attack lineup.
Let's cut it.
We'll figure out the block zones later.
Blocking is for Lamos. We're not
blocking is for Lamos. Well, I mean, I am a 19 health 7-hander. I kind of want to block a little bit.
For Lamo. You know what? Actually, we're gonna drop it down to a 3 of, so we're playing 22 attacks. I get it.
Okay.
I get it. Website. I'm livid. Yeah, I think 22 is perfect.
Yeah. This started as 70 cards, and I was actually looking at it and going like, I either want to raise the number of cards to facilitate better checks in general, so I can kind of sculpt. But I'm kind of liking the idea of just going all in on the chains of attacks.
Yeah, especially because like I'm gonna try and convince you to put these go for the wins in here to
just shove them in now. I actually was thinking about this card as I was playing the one game that I got in with it, and just going, man, a go for the win would be really, really cool right now.
Yeah. Thoughts on encouragement?
I like the idea. I think there are some weak links in my foundations that we can actually just get rid of.
Yeah.
Because like being able to use resources on board rather than momentum is going to help facilitate this even more.
That is how I feel.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Night Watch I think is a key player, and I think it just instantly like replaces one of these spookies.
I can agree to that. I think having one or two of it will be beneficial.
I'm gonna lose my mind. So here's the other thing, right? Is this deck wants to not see my opponent go to deadlock, right?
Yeah.
And being able to form flip, add Howitzer, Impact Cyclone to hand feels very good.
That's so true. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have a 78 card deck, let's start cutting foundations that you don't like.
Okay.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that I was like, this is kind of a weak link. The more resources I have to commit to things, I don't like that as much. Same with conflict of ideologies.
Yeah, I don't like this card either.
Yeah, I think it was one of those. I put it in here because it has Shigaraki's face on it, and I was wrong about it.
Correct. Apathetic.
I like that card a lot.
Can I convince you to put it at a 2 of inside the other one?
Yes, I think that's totally fine.
Keen observation.
I don't find a whole lot of use for it, especially if I'm not running sudden death anymore.
Love it. Glamorous is a 1 of.
Yeah, agreed. One thing I do want to do.
68.
Do you think 4 Excited for Blood is overkill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exclusively because if you draw 2 of them on turn 1, you can't safety build them.
Fair enough.
I know you're a 7-hander and you want to, but like the goal is to turn 2 somebody, and so it is a dead card in your hand. The more that you have, I think 2 is the perfect number.
Okay.
How low do we want this number to be? Because I can cut your deck exceptionally well. I'll just start ripping the guts out of your deck, but you just got to tell me what number you want.
Let's
we also didn't even put in the league interview.
That's true. Let's add those in and then start gutting it.
How many you want? 1, 2?
Let's start at 4 and then trim down.
4
Easier.
league interview?
Yeah, like we could start there, then start cutting.
Okay.
I mean, unless you feel like
the first card I like to cut is league interview.
Okay, all right.
Let's cut this down to 2 of max.
Okay, that's fair.
Max.
I like the 6 checks so that I can bink that on an impact cyclone. I get where you're coming from. I get it.
If we're just trying to kill motherfuckers, if that's the play.
I do like that idea.
Surrender goes down to a 2 of. It could even be a 1 of, and we're fine.
Okay.
This card is only to fight Mineta. That's it.
Okay.
We don't care.
I do have a Mineta at my locals.
Okay. All right.
So,
that's important then.
2 is
Struggling
fine.
with Studies is not a kill you card. Spooky's not a kill you card. Latent Skill should probably go up to a 3 of. It is better than Excited for Blood. Let's go Excited for Blood and just play a bunch of Latent Skills, huh? Ooh,
I still fear Taiyaki, and I do have.
That's what
I play locals with Levi. The guy cancels stuff.
Sure, I guess.
But
let's see how many we're at.
Yeah.
Right, 68. We've gone up. We've gone up in numbers. We started this at 67. Glamorous is gone. Goodbye, Glamorous. It's not a kill you card.
I'm down with it.
Spooky is not a kill you card. Night Watch is not a kill you card. I think we just cut those 2 if we're trying to get down to 60.
I'm down with
that. These cards.
And at that point, we don't have to care that much about my block zones if they're just dead on turn 2. Because I'm priced for piecing.
65 with 22 attacks. I think 63 might be the lowest we're allowed to go.
Okay.
Just because of this. and I'm nervous about just like raw drawing too many of these.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, 65 might be the number.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. Because I definitely understand where you're coming from. Because like if I draw too many blue cards, it just kind of it wrecks everything. The nice thing about price per piece is if I first form it, like I don't lose, and sometimes I need that mulligan.
Totally. Yeah. I feel that. I
You'll
just don't
have
want
to
to
be
draw
a little
two of them on
greedier.
turn 1, right?
Yeah,
Draw
agreed.
2 of these on turn 1, 2 foundations, or 2 attacks, 3 foundations. That sucks. That is abysmal. We're not going to price for piece, then hope for a fresh hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a bad.
Yeah. And I have definitely, with the 70 card version in front of me, I definitely had an issue where I literally Howitzer Impact Cycloned to draw 6 and drew no gas, but 2 price for piece. So I was just like, cool, well, I'm going to play price for piece and just pitch it and hope I kill you. I didn't, but it was fun.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. Man, it's crazy how bad I want to play this in your deck.
Yeah, I was thinking it too, because it basically saves me a momentum. But I don't know where we can put it that it doesn't mess with things.
Yeah, I don't know either. I almost want to play 2 instant explosive release and 2 crow and frogs.
I can definitely see that. I do love the magical Christmas land of IER, but yeah, a lot of people see that coming and block the nitro poke.
Yeah. Like it just plays so many mind games.
Yeah, I don't currently own any Crow and Frogs, but that's a thing that's a bridge I can cross. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I think 2 and 2 is actually the right number.
Yeah.
Because like here's the other thing that happens with this card, right? Is as soon as they see that it exists, they do block. But if you only run 2 of them, then like
now they play with an abundance of caution.
You play it game 1 and then you side them out game 2. And then they're still having to play like you have them.
I like that.
Yeah,
I love
and
mind
then
games.
put them back in game 3 after they see that you haven't done it at all. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of stuff that you get to do with that card for sure.
Yeah.
And at the same time,
like
let's pretend you draw 2 of them at once. You're representing 6 damage.
Yeah.
8 damage if you like instant explosive into instant explosive. Maybe you hit with 4 damage beforehand. Is getting the 4 momentum worth 6 damage if you don't have like a follow-up?
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah.
No?
The nice thing is like Shigaraki works defensively for clearing my progressive, but like that's a high cost for me losing momentum that I can use on gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Running go for the win means I do
is a little
want
low.
to. Yeah, but there's a lot of powerful.
True.
Like
powerful.
Yeah, like I steal so much momentum, I just get to weaponize it all.
Yeah.
So like I can put powerful on anything I want with Nitro if I see that opportunity.
Yeah, I dig this. I like this. This is neat.
Yeah. It is a very fun deck. And there's very little in this game that pleases me more than drawing like 13 cards on a turn.
I just had that happen tonight with my Fire Kirishima deck that I deck doctored.
Jeez.
I played Nitro, it hit. I played Instant Explosive Release, it hit. I played another move. I flipped Prehensile Tail, picked up the Instant Explosive Release, played Instant Explosive Release. Played Capture Evildoers, cleared my cards, slammed down the Impact Cyclone. It was sick.
That just gets me going.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I think this is a big combo machine. I think you're gonna lose just as many games as you win, and the games that you lose, you're gonna get blown out. The games that you win, you're gonna blow them out. So I'm hyped for it, dude. This looks sweet.
Or I'm gonna die to my own price for peace.
Hey.
I'm just put my dollar bills on the table, play my blue cards, and lose.
For sure.
Yeah,
all right, man. Final thoughts on the deck? I think this is a good spot, man.
Yeah, I agree. This is really, really solid, and it gives me a lot to work with and play around with. It's going to be very fun to unleash this on the locals.
Hell yeah. All right, buddy. Again, thank you for the support on Patreon. I really appreciate it. It was awesome seeing you at Nationals.
Yeah, it was great seeing you too, man.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Oh, for sure. Are you going to go to Worlds with Levi?
Only if he convinces them to let me cast, because everybody else with talent is playing.
For sure. All right, man. We'll catch you next time, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, peace.